What's up, YouTube? Welcome to a brand new series on my channel. This is the YouTuber Online Dynasty, and as you can see, all the names that are in this dynasty, some pretty big sports guys in here, and I will have a link to all of their channels and teams down in the description if you want to check any of their channels out. They are all part of the Online Dynasty, all set up by Blinkfro. I'm sure most of you guys know who he is. But I am the Michigan State Spartans. I originally picked the SMU Mustangs, but I found out later that everybody that was in the dynasty was picking like powerhouse teams, so I didn't really want to be in a conference all by myself and be on a not as good of team as everybody else, so I decided to go Michigan State since Michigan was already taken. And, yeah, so here we go. This is game number 1, Michigan State versus Boise State. Both ranked teams, which is nice. Very difficult little opening match for the Spartans this year. So as this game went on, I'm going to talk about some highlights here and there, but I want to talk about what happened in the game overall. Now we're playing on Heisman difficulty level, but with some custom sliders to kind of make it more of a realistic type game. So a few things that I noticed right off the bat with this team: I was unable to get hardly any pressure on their quarterback. Even if I did blitzes or whatever, the only way I could do it is if I overloaded blitzes on a specific side. I could sometimes get to the quarterback, but I think I've only had maybe 2 sacks in the whole game. Michigan State has one of the best defensive ends in all of the country, and he was just unable to get to the quarterback at all. Another issue I had on defense was my guys could not shed blocks for anything. I was not able to, when they run up the middle or run up to the outside, my DBs were always being blocked and could not shed their blocks. My linebackers were the exact same way, just unable to shed blocks to be able to get that big tackle that I would need. So their running back had just a field day against my team. Unfortunately, I just could not tackle people, and I made some bonehead mistakes, but that's going to happen. But I was able to pick the ball off, as you can see right there, a few times, and that's really what kept me in this game. I could not move the ball very well on offense. My offensive drives would stall quite a bit. Noticed that Blinkfro turned the speed way down on all your players, so it just seemed really sluggish running the ball. I just couldn't get a running game going at all, and Michigan State has a pretty decent running back on their team. I just could not get the ball and sustain real drives until I started finding this guy, this big giant tight end. I don't even know what his name is, but he's huge. I mean, he is huge. He is such a big target. He seemed to come down with everything I would throw at him and really help me get back into this game. But there was third down. Had a pass play going, didn't find anybody open, was able to sneak it up the middle for a touchdown and get this game tied. So there's just a few seconds left, and I make the worst mistake of my life. Well, I wouldn't say my life. There was a free guy open. I went to switch to him on defense. The defensive end was going to have a shot at getting the quarterback. I hit the button to switch over to him. Of course, it switches over to the DB, and I bring the DB forward, and, of course, the guy's wide open for an easy touchdown just before half, which really, really knocked the wind out of my sail. I felt very, very good going into the halftime tied. Especially considering I wasn't able to make very many stops on defense, and offensively I just wasn't moving the ball very well. So to go into halftime tied would have been huge, and of course I give up a touchdown with 13 seconds left. And there, another just guy getting in front of me, I just couldn't make a play. I have an issue a lot of times where I switch to the DB too much, try to make those user picks, and it just doesn't work out for me. But they're a nice deep pass. I noticed my quarterback, obviously, this is his first year starting for Michigan State. Kirk Cousins, their normal quarterback from last year, is now playing in the NFL, but just not very accurate. But here, here's where the magic starts happening. We're in the fourth quarter, just under 4 minutes left, and I get a pick six, which still down by 10, but it's giving me a chance. And here we go. You can see quarterback just has all day to throw the ball, and the guy gets behind my DBs. That time I didn't switch to the DB, but still able to make a catch. So at this point, I think it's pretty much over. Again, all day to throw the ball, but I user pick this one and then take it to the house. So just over 3 minutes left. I'm able to come back down by 17 points. Score two quick pick sixes to get me within 3 points. So now all I really need to do is make a stop to try to get the ball back, get myself in a field goal position, have plenty of time left in this game. Plenty of time. So all in all, feeling very, very, very fortunate to be even in this game at this point, just because of how bad I've been playing in the first half. And I did live stream this game. A lot of people were watching it. I was raging pretty hard just because it's my first game playing. I wasn't going to quit. I wasn't going to back out, anything like that. I just wanted to just play. So I was raging pretty hard, just being so unfortunate as far as not being able to move the ball, having boneheaded defensive plays. But there I had a perfect opportunity. It was 50 seconds left inside the 20 and not able to score a touchdown, but able to kick the field goal, take us into overtime. And again, very, very fortunate to be in overtime here. It should have easily been game over, loss for me, but those two pick sixes really made a huge difference, obviously. But here, I get the possession first, able to march down and score a touchdown on our opening possession in overtime. And if you're not familiar with college football overtime rules, basically each team gets a possession on the 30-yard line, and both have an opportunity to score. And, of course, they come right back and score a touchdown for themselves. So we go into the second overtime. Here's where things get a little bit crazy. I was able to get a sack on their quarterback, knock him out of the game. They bring in their second-string quarterback, who takes him 4 and out. I knocked him so far back they couldn't even kick a field goal. But here, so I figured I would just run the ball off the middle, get a couple yards, and then kick a field goal. But unfortunately, the very first running play from line of scrimmage, I get a holding call, which basically knocks me back big time. So then I'm forced to throw the ball around a little bit. Unfortunately, I can't get any yardage. And we go for a long field goal, which I damn near made. Kicked it off of the uprights. Had the distance. If I would have just got it down the middle, the game was over. But unfortunately, cannot do anything. So here we go, a third overtime. And in the third overtime, if you do score a touchdown, you have to go for a 2-point conversion. So big opportunity here for me. Able to run the ball right up the middle with Bell. Hadn't had any success with him at all today, but he was there when I needed it. Gives me the touchdown, which is huge. So I figured I'll go right back to Bell again for the 2-point conversion. A little bit of a power to the outside. See if we can't get this 2-point conversion, which will be huge for me. Able to run to the outside, breaks a tackle, able to power into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And now we give Boise State a try. So they march right down the field with their second-string quarterback. He's able to break a tackle and scores a touchdown as well. So now all we got to do is stop them on this 2-point conversion, win the game, get out of there with a win, which would be simply amazing considering how bad I played all game. So it all comes down to this play. Let's see what happens. Clearly they're going to throw the ball. They're a throwing team, which to me didn't make a whole lot of sense. My guy is able to put his hand in front of that wide receiver, tip the ball out, and that's the game. But considering how well they were running the ball all day, towards the end they just stopped running the ball, which didn't make any sense to me, but it really helped me get into the game with those 2 pick sixes. And then right there at the end, not able to get into their wide receivers' hands. So Michigan State comes from behind, down 17 points in the fourth quarter, able to come back in triple overtime and win 42-40 over Boise State. So all in all, a very, very, very bad performance by my part. Lucky to come away with the win, but hopefully next week I'll have a little bit better of a chance, or a little bit better. Hopefully, I play a little bit better, I should say. Very, 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 very fortunate to come out with a victory here. I believe next week's opponent is Central Michigan, so I have a little bit of an easier opponent. So hopefully, with an easier opponent, I can finally get my groove on as far as moving the ball effectively, establishing a running game, and able to make some tackles on defense. I was missing tackles left and right on the defensive side of the ball. Again, couldn't get off of blocks on defense, my DBs and my linebackers, so he was able to get into my secondary big time with his running backs and gain tons of yardage. So I got to really knock that stuff down, and I got to try to figure out how to get some pressure on the quarterback. I might go in and start editing some of my defensive and offensive plays and get some of my audibles and stuff set up. I didn't get a chance to do any of that stuff before this game. This was, again, I was streaming MLB all night and then decided, hey, let's play some NCAA. So I didn't really have time to set anything up. So hopefully next week when I play Central Michigan, I get a little bit better results. Obviously, I'll take the win no matter what, but it was way too close for comfort. And like I said, this game is very, very difficult, especially for me because I don't play it all that often. Pretty much all I play in this is Road to Glory. It's just like in MLB, all I play is Road to the Show pretty much. So when I started playing franchise, it took me a while to get my basically my feet underneath me and become a better player. So hopefully the same thing happens this time. They've already advanced the week, so we should roll through these pretty fast, hopefully. Obviously, with everybody being YouTube people, they should all keep up on getting their games in, and hopefully we can get at least one of these videos up a week for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's a little bit different than what I've been putting up, and if I keep getting better at this, I'm going to start enjoying it a lot more. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and if you do, leave a like, leave a favorite if you would. It really helps me out. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and also we're going to try to, at some point, if I have time, create my own online Dynasty and invite you guys in there. It's going to be Xbox only because that's all I have it for. But if you guys are interested in that, keep an eye out because I will post a video when I do decide to go do that. So, all right, guys, thanks again for watching. Peace.